Portals, Gates, Stiles, Windows, Bridges and Other Crossings, a book by Philippa Lewis. When is a threshold a portal? What is a sallyport? How many ways are there to cross a wall, a fence or a river? What is a kissing gate? Are there gateways to other worlds? In this beautiful book, packed with rare antique illustrations and original drawings by artist Miles Thistlethwaite, author Philippa Lewis explores the fascinating world of liminal boundaries and the inexhaustible variety of ways in which we cross them. So, a shorter book, but I wanted to purchase this as I've been doing a lot of heavy reading recently, just in general, and I found this to be a lovely read because it helped me contemplate what I really think is an eternal fascination, a perennial fascination with portals for me. I say in my essay, The Gate, that I have that portals are primordial to my imagination. And indeed, so many of the examples in this book I used in my essay. The word portal derives from the Latin porta, which means gate, specifically a city gate, but also any place of ingress and egress. A portal is generally an optimistic thing, both literally and metaphorically. We will skip past the slight error in that dichotomy there, but moving on. A portal can be a door, window, arch, gateway, or just a gap in the hedge. The word encapsulates the idea of passing through to a new opportunity, to making progress or moving forward, to entering fresh new worlds. 15th and 16th century books often use the architectural motif of an elaborate doorway as a frontispiece, a visualization of the opening into the book. Similarly, a proscenium arch in the theatre creates a window that separates the audience from the play, which comes to life as the curtain rises. Its companion word, threshold, describes the point on the ground under the portal and can have the sense of being a springboard or a taking off point, the threshold of success, the threshold of maturity. As ever, there is a flip side. Doors and gates can lead into threatening and bad places. Prison gates are entered through, but it may be some time before they can be passed again. There may be doubt as to whether a checkpoint can be crossed. So as I say, this is a rather short book, but as we will see, there are many examples of different portals. And this is actually, I think what one is to take from this kind of book is really, it's a springboard, it's a way of letting oneself go and contemplating the different examples. It's not heavy on content, and indeed I found a lot of the descriptions in this book to be somewhat lacking, a bit simplistic, even a bit redundant. But nonetheless, I found it enjoyable for the many different engravings and woodcuts in this book, and just letting myself be taken up in all the different varieties of portals, taken through. And I think I'm going to read more in this collection because there's a variety of different books in this series. Mazes and labyrinths, narratives, nature spirits, shadows, stone circles, native British trees. So a short book, but many different examples of portals. Natural portals such as caves, gateways, different types of gateways, doors, locks and keys, stairs, slits and small windows, screen walls, dry stone walls, different types of fencing, stiles, toll gates and turnstiles, crossings, stepping stones, bridges. My favourite part comes at the end of this book: magical portals, gates to other worlds, contemplative gates. I often find myself reveling in the combination of the aesthetic of words and combined with the picture elements. I think I've mentioned this before. I almost have quite a sensitivity to books that contain a wealth of imagery and ideas attached to them. The gateways constructed by ancient kings, lions guarding doorways and so forth, natural portals like Fingal's Cave. So many different examples of stirring portals mixed with incredible artistry, engravings and woodcuts. So for example, this page on thresholds, liminal boundaries. This page on doors. The page on magical portals in fiction and lore, depicting a fairy circle or fairy ring, a portal to the other world. And below this, a depiction of Castle Rigstone Castle at Cumbria, with menhirs and pine trees. So this sort of book is just, it's just, I almost get overwhelmed, I have to say. Quite insubstantial in terms of the text content, but I nevertheless, I still found it very valuable just to sit down with a cup of tea and just explore, just let myself be taken away. Portals by Philippa Lewis. Thanks for watching, everyone.